Hey filmmakers, today I'm going to show you how to mix tungsten and daylight color temperatures, and we're also going to take a look at this D&O LED light panel, and I'm going to show you why it is perfect for mixed color setups. Let's jump right into some example footage that I shot using mixed color temperatures, and then we'll come back and I'll show you the behind the scenes on how we got it all set up and lit, and then some key features on this LED light panel. The first thing that I did was actually set up this D&O LED light panel, and it is so bright and it can actually light an entire room very easily. So what I wanted to do was bring up the entire ambient fill in the room. So I actually bounced it off a white wall in the room so that it would spread around the room very soft way and not put a bunch of harsh shadows out there. And I set it to 5600 Kelvin because this is a bicolor temperature light, and you can really set it anywhere between 3200 to 5600. Now I set it on the cool side so that it would look really cool in temperature and be a nice contrast against our key light. Now our key light I put over our Talon's face, directly over, so it'd be a nice soft kind of butterfly lighting, and I set that to 3200 Kelvin so that it would be warm and flattering to the skin. Now it's important to set the white balance in your camera correctly, because if you don't, it can totally throw everything off and make your mixed color lighting look terrible. So what I set it to was 3600 Kelvin, and I did that intentionally so that my 3200 Kelvin key light would look a little bit more warm, and then my 5600 Kelvin ambient light filling the room would look much cooler. So that's providing that cool and warm contrast in the scene. Now you can accomplish that all in camera, and you can even enhance it a little bit in post-production as well. And often that is something that you see in movies and television. They're constantly using mixed color temperatures. The third light in our scene was the practical lamp that you saw in the background. Now I had a 2200 Kelvin bulb in there, so it was the warmest light in the scene. It was actually way too bright, so I tried using some cinefoil or diffusion. I even tried a dimmer switch, but it was causing the light to flicker. And what I found to bring down the overall brightness was actually really simple. I just grabbed a white sock from my drawer and threw it over the LED bulb, and it worked perfectly. Now luckily it was an LED, so it does not get hot, stays super cool, so it's very safe to do that. Don't be afraid to use mixed color temperatures. Now a lot of times people get in their mind that, oh, I can only shoot in daylight and set my white balance to that in the camera, and anything else that gets into the scene is gonna throw it all off and make it look ugly. That's not true. You just have to know how to control the lights. Now, if you pointed two lights at me right now, one that was tungsten and one that was daylight, that would cause some issues. But if you're controlling where the light is going, it's gonna actually look pretty cool a lot of the times. Now let's take a detailed look at this D&O 180 watt LED light panel. This thing is a beast of a light, and I want to jump right into some of the key features of it. The build quality of this light is super solid and high quality. The entire thing is made of metal and aluminum. There's barely any plastic used on this at all. This light is a perfect size. It's bigger than your standard 1x1 LED light panel. It's actually 16.5 inches by 12.5 inches, and it just has an incredible output. Like I said, it's 180 watts, and it's fully dimmable from 0 to 100%, and it just gets so incredibly bright. You can power the light in 3 different ways. Now the most standard way is to use AC power, and the beauty of this is that when you plug it in, the cable actually twists and locks, so you don't have to worry about the cable pulling out. You can also power it with DC power, and you can run this into a DMX lighting board, so you can actually control the light completely remotely if you use a DMX. My favorite way to power the light is using a V-mount battery, and that is just such a beautiful thing because it only takes one V-mount battery. A lot of lights out there take 2 to power them, and a whole separate module to plug it into as well. This thing allows you to just throw it on directly to the back of the LED light panel and you are ready to go. As I said earlier, this is a bicolor light, so you can take it anywhere between 3200 Kelvin and 5600 Kelvin. I also want to point out that it has these metal fins on the back that work as a heat sink. So it allows you to keep the LED nice and cool and keeps it from overheating, all without using a noisy fan. It has these really great barn doors that allows you to cut the light. One of the great things about this is that it has this large piece of diffusion on the front. And the nice thing about that is that it allows the light to be so soft and diffused. It also comes with this super nice molded zip up carrying case. So you don't have to worry about it getting damaged when you're traveling or losing any of the parts. It has a CRI of 96, so your light is going to be really clean and you're not going to get any of those green or magenta tints that you see in a lot of other LED lights. The folks at D&O Lighting were nice enough to send me this light for review, but they did not pay me to say any of this, hashtag not sponsored. Now, this light is very close to perfect. Like I said at the beginning, this is one of the best LED lights that I've ever worked with. Now, the only thing that I would change about this is that I would add a little LCD on the back. It could be really basic and simple, but just so you can see the exact color temperature, the exact Kelvin that you're on, and also the brightness that you're set to. So that way you can just be a little bit more accurate. If you are interested in picking up one of these lights, definitely check out the links in the description below. If you want to learn how to light and shoot better videos, hit subscribe right now. I have so many more videos coming out in shooting, editing, everything like that. All right, I'll see you in the next video.